This is Sam Kirby, host of Cinema Stories. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What's up, everybody? This is Christian Heimel, host of Press Row here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Press Row, where we talk about the biggest issues in sports with the analysts, experts, and reporters who cover them. No nonsense, hard-hitting interviews on the sports topics you're talking about. A new show comes out every single Thursday. And don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of Press Row. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Good morning, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Welcome to Public House Media. My name is Kim Meyer, and welcome to the show Choose to Rise. I am so excited to be here this morning. I have had an up and down morning of all kinds. If you follow me on my personal page, you know that I am really working very hard on a very big goal. And so, as you also know, if you've been following along for a while, that I often speak on topics that are near and dear to my heart, the things that God has laid on my heart, things that I'm working through myself. And a lot of times, these podcasts are also just ways of me expressing myself. And I often think and find things that I need. And if I figured out if I need them, somebody else needs this too. So it's always a giving heart, a serving heart. And if I can share what's working for me or something that I'm struggling with or working on, that we together can overcome these kinds of things. So today I'm wearing my Find Your Fight shirt because I need to find my fight. My own personal goals are on the line, and I need to work and set them and crush them as well. So the things that I searched this morning were how to set big goals and accomplish them. I've set some huge goals this year, and we're wrapping down to the end of the year, and it may seem like, oh, Kim, it's only November 9th, but there's some deadlines that are coming up in my life that I really need to hit. I need my team to support me with. I need to be able to accomplish these things. And as a leader, over the weekend, I was with a leadership retreat, as many of you know if you've been following. And my great mentor, Trina, said, goals are great to have if they don't steal your joy. And I have set this really big goal that is going to be overjoyous if I reach. But I also want you to know that don't let things crush you if they don't happen. And so I thought it was very timely information and very timely advice, but kind of pairing it's kind of like a twisted fear then, because if you're focusing on not letting the goal crush you before the goal is over, before the opportunity is over, you almost have to think about, keep that in your mind, but if and when it doesn't happen. But speaking from another leader that mentors me, Doug Moss, he talked about how you don't stop fighting until the fight is over. You don't get out of the ring until the bell has rung. You keep going until there's no more opportunity. You don't stop until you're done. You don't stop now. So there's still time left. There's still things to do. So you need to make sure that you're moving forward. So everyone says, set goals, set big goals, reach out high, go far, go big. But you know what? That's good. You should be setting goals. You should be setting goals that push you, that get you going. But don't you sometimes you ever get overwhelmed by those goals? Don't you ever sometimes feel like you just get trapped in the moment? I'm very good. It's been a blessing, I guess you could say. It's been a blessing and a curse, but it's definitely been more of a blessing in my life that God has given me the opportunity the gift, you could say, to remove my emotion from a situation. I can just walk into a situation and be the calm, cool, collected one. I've been in lots of situations, high tense situations in the past, or not a lot, but I've definitely in one of those positions where I can walk into a situation, be the calm one, just think clearly and get it done. I don't let emotion get into things. But this goal is so important and near dear to my heart that I'm struggling with removing the emotion, and I need to just get past it. So that's when the overwhelm sets in, is when you let the emotion take over you. And there's two things. You're going to have hardships in life. There's lots of things in this life that are going to cause you struggle. They're going to cause you pain. They're going to hold you back in some sort of way. But you really have to take the emotion out of it. Emotion and feelings are the things that bring you down. Trina said also that you have to accept it and move forward, and that the more you feel feel in the situation, the more you allow the feeling to hold on to you, the less likely you are going to be to move forward and the less likely you are to get things done. And so I want you to set big goals. I want you to move forward with big things, but I don't want you to get discouraged. And so this morning I'm Googling, like, how do I get over this? I'm trying to figure it out for myself and then sharing it with you. So one of the things that I'm really working on is that I don't want to get discouraged with this goal. I need to break the cycle of doubt. I need to break the cycle of all these issues that I have. So I can actually believe it's been I have this book upstairs. It's called the 12-week year. And I was kind of flipping through it yesterday, and I found this article today that talks all about the 12-week year. So success leaves clues, right? So getting into that is really about like setting a big goal and then setting small increment goals along the way. So I have about 2 weeks left of this really big goal. And it's not so much the goal that is the issue, it's the execution towards the goal that is the issue for so many people. And that's why they don't accomplish these big goals. It's the execution part. So like I said in one of my posts earlier today on my personal Facebook page, it's not so much that there's this big goal, it's the execution to get to that goal. I feel paralyzed in this situation. So one of the things I'm going to be doing today is that I'm going to take what steps need to happen and I'm going to break it down into daily actions. I'm going to create little checklists for myself. I'm going to set a list of things that I need to accomplish today, and I'm going to just sit down and get them done. However it fits into my day, whether it's this morning before I go to work, whether it's this afternoon when I get home, whether it's tonight after I tuck my kids into bed, I'm going to get these actionable items done and make it a non-negotiable that I'm going to get these things done. Because if I really want to hit my goal, if I really want to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish, I need to make sure that I'm executing on the things that are going to get me to that goal. The book, The 12-Week Year, has vetted out thousands of people's companies, clients, and all kinds of things, backed way up by real life experiences. A groundbreaking author unlocks the simple secrets to accomplishing more. He says what really differentiates truly great performers and organizations from mediocre ones is the ability to effectively execute on what they know. There's a gap for most people between what they know we should do and what we're actually willing to do it. This knowing-doing gap is what keeps most people and most companies from accomplishing what they're capable of. And so that's so true. Like, we often, we know what to do. We know that we have these, like as a coach here, I have these 4 vital behaviors that I need to do. I have these certain tasks that I need to complete in order to get things done. And in some sort of way, subconsciously, my paradigm is in my head saying, you don't deserve this. You're not going to get this. You don't deserve this. And it keeps me from taking action. What I need to do is dive into my personal development. I need to stay connected with my coaches. I need to stay connected with my mentors and all of you, and dive into action. And so what the failure to achieve our goals is not a problem with our goal. It's a problem with execution. And so what I really challenge you to do today, and I'm challenging myself to do this as well, is to find an accountability partner. Find someone that can hold me accountable. And being accountable is not something that is like a gotcha or like a painful thing. Being held accountable is choosing every day to do the hard task to where you want to go. You have to own your behavior, and you have to make the choices that will move you in the right direction. It doesn't mean you have to work alone. You just mean you need to work with somebody. So I've really found that finding an accountability partner in all the goals of my life, but especially this one, I will be connecting with specific team members on my team and really honing in on it, sending messages back and forth today, making sure that we're both all of us are getting our action items in. But even if it's not just a specific goal that I seem very centered around today, any goal in life that you have, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to eat better, whether it's relationships, whether it's something in your job, whatever it is that you want to achieve in life, being held accountable is going to help you take action on that goal and take actions that you're going to need to do in order to attain it. We host monthly accountability groups for people who are trying to get a healthy life. So we have check-ins, daily check-ins that check in on their nutrition, check in on their fitness, check in on their mindset, check in with how they are feeling and doing things in life. And so I found that over the last 2.5 years on this journey, that having someone to hold me accountable, knowing that I'm going to have to check in to the group and say, yeah, I decided to eat a piece of cake today. No, that's not really going to get me to my nutrition goals. That seems icky. So when I know that I have to check into somebody, it does stop me from doing things like eating the piece of cake that's in the lounge, or having an extra blob of peanut butter in my shake, or doing things like that. And so having an accountability partner is definitely a number one. The second thing I was going to tell you to do. The first thing is to make those checklists. Make a little to-do list that are non-negotiable, high action items that are going to get you to the goals. So number one is make a checklist. Number two is find an accountability partner. Get in the program with somebody that is in the same goal as you, that is, it's very similar goals to you, and stick with each other. Make sure that you're getting those things done. And then the third and final thing that I want you to do is just have faith. Pray about it. Reach out to other people. Talk about it. Release the fear. The more you can talk about the fear, the more you can release it out into the universe, the more it dissipates out of your body and becomes a fake thing. Fear is false evidence appearing real. And if you are allowing fear, that false evidence, to take over your life, you are going to not hit your goals. You're actually going to let fear win. You're going to let the devil win. You're going to get someplace where you're not really wanting to be. So I posted on my personal page today my struggle, and I'm talking about my fear. I'm doing number 3, and I have a dear friend. I'm considering her friend, even though we've really never met in person, and she wrote these words to me. I might cry, but victory begins when you start on your knees. She says she's going to be praying for me, and that means so much to me. And she says, you inspire, although we have never met, through your love, dedication, and placing him first in your life, and the commitment to the healthy body you've captured my interest. I admire all of it. Put the full armor of God on, and don't allow the fiery darts of the enemy to penetrate you. He loves to cause us doubt. You must be on the right track, or the enemy would not be trying so hard to cause you doubt. Your goal is, and the victory is near. Remain strong and rely on your Lord's strength and power that only he can give. Blessings on your day. And that post brings me so many good, happy feelings, and knowing that somebody out there is caring for me and praying for me, and I so appreciate it, and I would appreciate it if you'd do the same. But that gives me the strength and the motivation to keep going, and I will accomplish this goal. I'm not going to let fear and doubt reach into my heart and steal this joy from me, and that goals don't have to be so scary. If we can just take the emotion out, take the feeling out of it, push that aside for now, and just take the actionable steps to get going. So I challenge you today to make a to-do list. Make a non-negotiable list of things that you need to accomplish today to reach your big goals. I challenge you to find an accountability partner. Find somebody that's going to help push you to your goals. If that is me, I want you to reach out to me, and I want you to let me know what your goals are, and we can work on things together. I have so many men and women that I'm working with to achieve their health and fitness goals. Yesterday, I worked hard on helping somebody find some good, healthy snacks to take with them. They're on the road a lot for their job, and heating things up for their meals is not always an option. So we worked on that. We can find an accountability partner, something that's going to help you. The third thing I want you to do is push the false evidence appearing real out of your heart, out of your mind. Dig into prayer, dig into your faith, talk about it, get the fear out of your body so it dissipates into the universe, and believe that you are worth it. Believe that you are possible. Believe that everything that you have in front of you is being guided to you by him, and that you are fulfilling your purpose. You have the ability, you have the strength, you have the skills to accomplish anything that you put in your life. And I want to and pray for you that you're able to do those things, that you're able to make the checklist, get the non-negotiables done, that you are able to find the accountability partner, if it's me or somebody else, that's going to help you reach those goals. And number 3, that you push the fear out of your heart and take over and let the faith fill it in. Faith and fear cannot live in the same place. So when you push the fear out, only faith can take over, and the love can take over in that space. So I pray that's what happens for you today. And thank you for the hearts and prayers and everything that you send my direction as well. We will get through this together. And I so appreciate the opportunity to use my voice to spread positivity, uplifting messages to you here on Public House Media. Make sure that you go give them a like and a love. Check out all the other amazing podcasts that are on this program, this website here, and I hope that you head to ChooseToRiseUp.com, check more about my story, and thanks so much for the love and appreciation. I know we will get through this together because you've got my back and I've got yours. Talk to you.
Hey,
Hey, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Please follow Public House Media on Twitter at the PH Media and on Facebook at Public House Media to stay up to date on this podcast as well as many other things happening on the network. You can leave me feedback on my show, and if you have any questions, comments, or new ideas or topics, I would love to hear them. You can also follow me on my social media account, Choose to Rise Up, at Facebook, and at KJP Meyer on Instagram. I hope you have a great day.